The studies show that there are two main ways to increase your income. It is either you increase your revenue or you decrease your expenses. In this video, I'm going to show you 10 concrete ways to become financially independent. Not the regular ones you've heard before, but practical, real-life strategies that can shift the way you think, the way you act, and the way you build your future. This isn't about extreme sacrifice, and it's not about chasing money endlessly. It's about creating space, creating choices, and creating a life where your money works for you, not the other way around. Most people don't become financially free because they never had a plan. They follow habits that keep them stuck. They spend everything they earn. They wait too long to start, or they simply never learn how money really works. But once you understand it, once you apply just a few simple habits consistently, everything changes. This isn't about becoming a millionaire overnight. It's about building slowly, intentionally, and powerfully. Financial independence is not a fantasy. It's not reserved for the lucky or the privileged or the genius investor. It's a process, one that you can start today, right where you are, with whatever you have. And that's what this video is all about. You'll learn how to make your money grow. Even if you're starting small, you'll learn how to earn more, even without quitting your job. You'll learn how to make your progress automatic, how to avoid common traps, and how to build wealth with clarity and control. No fluff, no hype. Just 10 clear, timeless principles that can lead you from stress and uncertainty to freedom and peace. So as you listen, don't just hear the words. Reflect on them. Pause if you need to. Ask yourself, where am I now? What needs to change? Which of these habits can I begin today? Because change doesn't happen all at once. It happens in moments like this, when you decide that enough is enough, that the way you've been living isn't the way you want to keep living, when you decide that you're ready to take ownership of your time, your money, and your future. So sit with this, let it sink in, and then take action. The 10 steps I'm about to share with you, they work. They've helped countless people go from broke to stable, from stable to secure, and from secure to financially free. Not because they did something magical, but because they started. They stayed consistent, and they believed that freedom was worth the effort. Now it's your turn. So I urge you to watch till the end, because the number 10 in this video is going to blow your mind. Let's get into it. Number 1. Live below your income. That sounds simple, but it's one of the most powerful steps you can take toward financial independence. Most people chase bigger incomes, but very few people control their spending. It's not always about how much you make. It's about how much you keep. Because the truth is, even if you earn more, if you spend it all, you stay broke. Financial independence begins the moment you spend less than you earn, consistently, month after month. That gap between your income and your expenses, that's your opportunity. That's your fuel for saving, for investing, and for building freedom. So how do you live below your income? Let's talk about it slowly. Clearly, one step at a time. Start by looking at your monthly income. Know exactly how much you earn. Not the gross amount, but the money you actually take home. Next, look at how much you spend. Every bill, every subscription, every coffee, every online order. Write it down. And now ask yourself, what expenses are truly necessary and what are just habits? Cut what you don't need. Pause what you rarely use. Cancel what doesn't bring value to your life. Financial freedom requires choices, and sometimes those choices are uncomfortable. But every dollar you don't spend is a dollar you get to keep, to save, to invest, to build your future. Ask yourself, do I really need a new phone every year? Do I need all those streaming services? Do I eat out because I enjoy it or because I'm avoiding cooking? Needs and wants can look similar, but they aren't the same. Living below your income is about putting long-term goals ahead of short-term pleasures. It's not about living in poverty. It's about living with purpose. You can still enjoy life. You can still treat yourself, but you do it after you've paid yourself first. What does that mean? It means saving before you spend. It means investing before you shop. It means choosing growth over gratification. And the best part is this: you don't need to wait until you earn more. You can start today, right now, with what you already have. You can say, I will spend 80% of what I earn, I will save 10%, and invest 10%, or any percentage that works for your life. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent, because small changes compound over time. The difference between someone who lives paycheck to paycheck and someone who builds wealth is not always income. It's discipline, it's choices, it's habits. Living below your income gives you options. It gives you margin. It gives you peace. It means you can handle emergencies without panic. It means you can say no to a job you hate. It means you can sleep better at night knowing you're not drowning in debt. And eventually, it means freedom. Freedom from stress. Freedom from fear. Freedom to live life on your own terms. So take this principle seriously. Live below your income. Spend less than you earn. And watch how your life begins to change. It won't happen overnight, but day by day, you'll feel the difference. More control, more confidence, more clarity. Your future self will thank you for the choices you make today. Because real wealth starts with one decision. Spend less, keep more, live smart, live below your income. With no changes or additions. Number 2, create and follow a budget. It may sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful habits you can ever build for your financial life. A budget isn't about restriction. It's not about saying no to everything fun. A budget is permission. Permission to spend on the things that truly matter to you. A budget is not a punishment. It's a plan. It tells your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. Let's break it down. One slow step at a time. First, track your income. Know how much is coming in. Not just your paycheck, but any side income, freelance gigs, or extra cash you make. Write it down. Every single source. Next, track your expenses. This is where most people get surprised, because when you see it all on paper or on a screen, you realize how much you spend without thinking. That $8 coffee, that $12 subscription, that late-night food delivery. It all adds up. Track it all. Groceries, bills, transport, streaming, snacks, everything. Now ask yourself, are these expenses helping me or holding me back? This is where the real power of budgeting begins. You start to see patterns, you find the leaks, and then you fix them. Once you've tracked, it's time to plan. This is the budget part. You take your total income and you assign every dollar a job. Some dollars go to food, some go to rent, some go to savings, some to debt, some to fun. Yes, even fun money can be in your budget. Because when you plan for it, you don't feel guilty about spending it. And when you don't plan, that's when overspending sneaks in. Now, you don't have to do this with pen and paper. You can use budgeting apps or simple spreadsheets, whatever works best for your style. What matters most is that you do it regularly, not once a year, not just in January, but monthly. Set a date, budget day. At the start of every month, review last month, adjust for this month. Look ahead. Did you overspend last month? No shame, just adjust. Did you forget to budget for birthdays or gas or school fees? Now you know. Plan better next time. Budgeting is not about being perfect, it's about being aware and improving bit by bit. When you follow a budget, you stay in control. Impulse spending goes down, stress goes down, regret goes down, and peace of mind goes up. Why? Because every time you make a purchase, you're no longer asking, can I afford this? You're asking, did I already plan for this? It's a shift in mindset. And that shift creates confidence. You're no longer guessing, you're deciding. You're leading your money, not chasing it. And here's the real magic. The more you follow your budget, the more money you begin to keep. Because when you're watching your money, it behaves better. When you're tracking, you start spending more wisely. You start choosing needs over wants. And over time, you start seeing results. Debt goes down, savings go up, and the dream of financial independence starts to feel possible. Because it is. But it starts here. Track your income, track your expenses, plan your month before the month begins, and follow through. Even when it's hard, even when it's not perfect, because the reward is freedom. Freedom to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Freedom to stop stressing over bills. Freedom to make choices based on values, not pressure. So create your budget, follow it, adjust it, grow with it, let it guide your money, so your money can build the life you truly want. Number 3, build an emergency fund. It sounds simple, but it's one of the most important financial decisions you'll ever make. Because life doesn't always go as planned. Jobs get lost, cars break down, unexpected bills appear out of nowhere, medical issues, family emergencies, natural disasters. None of these wait until you're ready. and they don't ask for permission. But with an emergency fund, you're not caught off guard. You're not thrown into panic. You're not reaching for credit cards or payday loans. You have a cushion, a backup, a plan. That's what an emergency fund really is, a plan for the unexpected. So what does it look like? It means saving at least 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. That includes rent or mortgage, food, utilities, transportation, insurance, anything you need to survive if your income suddenly stopped. This isn't luxury money, it's survival money, safety money. And yes, it takes time to build, but you don't need to do it all at once. You start small, you build slowly, and you stay consistent. Even $10 a week adds up over time. What matters is that you treat your emergency fund like a priority. Because when the storm comes, and it always does, you'll be ready. You won't be scrambling. You won't be borrowing. You'll be calm, prepared, confident. There's peace in knowing you've planned ahead. So where should you keep it? In a regular savings account. Easy to access, but not too easy to spend. This is not money for vacations. It's not for shopping. It's not for sales or discounts. It's only for true emergencies. Unexpected job loss, sudden car repairs, medical bills, urgent travel. If you touch it for anything else, it's no longer an emergency fund. Discipline matters here, because this is your financial safety net. Without one, a single crisis can wipe out years of progress. But with one, you stay on track, even when life hits hard. And here's the best part. When you have an emergency fund, your stress goes down, you sleep better, you breathe easier, because you know you're not one problem away from financial disaster. That peace of mind is worth every dollar you save, and the sooner you start, the sooner you'll feel it. So begin today. Open a separate savings account. Name it Emergency Fund. Start with what you have. Even if it's just $5, put it away and keep going. Add to it every week, every paycheck, every time you get extra income. Watch it grow, little by little, step by step, until one day you look at your balance and feel something new. Security, strength, freedom. Because financial independence isn't just about making more money, it's about protecting what you already have. It's about being ready when life surprises you. So build that emergency fund, not later, not next year, now, because your future self will be so glad you did. Number 4. Eliminate high-interest debt. Pay off credit cards, payday loans, or other high-interest debt as fast as possible. They eat away at your wealth-building efforts. It may not sound exciting, but it's one of the most powerful steps you can take toward financial freedom. Because here's the truth. Debt is a thief. It takes your income. It takes your peace of mind. And it slows down everything you're trying to build. Especially high-interest debt. Credit cards, payday loans, title loans, buy now, pay later plans. These seem small at first, but they grow fast. They pull your money away month after month. You make a payment, and yet the balance barely moves. That's the power of high interest. It turns a $100 purchase into a $300 problem, and a $1,000 loan into years of stress. If you're trying to save, or invest, or grow your wealth, debt will always stand in your way. Because every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar that could have been working for you. Debt works for the bank, not for you. So what do? You face it, you fight it, and you get rid of it, as fast as you can. Start by making a list. Write down every debt you have. The balance, the interest rate, the minimum payment. It might feel scary, but knowledge is power. You can't fix what you don't face. Now choose a strategy. Some people like the snowball method. Start with the smallest balance, pay it off first, then move to the next. It gives you quick wins and keeps you motivated. Others prefer the avalanche method. Start with the highest interest rate because that's where the money leaks fastest. Both methods work. The key is to choose one and stick with it. Pay more than the minimum every month, even if it's just a little more. And don't stop. Cut unnecessary spending. Sell something you don't use. Pick up a side hustle. Apply every extra dollar to the debt. It may feel slow at first, but every payment is progress. Every dollar brings you closer to freedom. And as your balances shrink, you begin to breathe easier. You begin to sleep better. Because debt isn't just financial. It's emotional. It's mental. It's heavy. And once it's gone, you feel it. The weight lifts. You're not working for your past anymore. You're working for your future. And that future is yours to build. Imagine keeping the money you used to send to the bank every month. Imagine putting that money into savings, into investments, into your dreams. That's what eliminating debt gives you: options, flexibility, peace. So don't ignore it. Don't wait until it gets worse. Start now. Even if the debt is big, even if it feels overwhelming, you are not alone and you are not powerless. Every small step counts. Every payment matters. Every choice you make adds up over time. Debt is temporary, but the freedom you gain from eliminating it forever. So stay focused, stay consistent, stay committed. And remember, you are not your debt. You are not your mistakes. You are your habits, and you can change those starting today. Eliminate high-interest debt, free your future, take back control, and start building the life you truly want. Number 5, invest consistently. Start investing early, even with small amounts. Use retirement accounts, index funds, or real estate to grow your wealth long term. Compound interest is your best friend. Start investing early, even if it's just a small amount. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait to have enough. Start with what you have, because what matters most is consistency. Investing isn't about hitting it big overnight. It's about showing up again and again, month after month, year after year. It's about planting seeds and giving them time to grow. You don't need to be a financial expert. You just need to start. Use what's available to you: a retirement account, an index fund, a piece of real estate. Whatever vehicle fits your situation, use it. Because the earlier you start, the more powerful your returns become over time. It's called compound interest, and it's one of the most powerful forces in building wealth. Here's how it works. When you invest money, that money earns returns. And then those returns start earning their own returns. Think about that. Your money making more money without you having to do anything extra. That's the magic of time. That's the power of patience. You don't need a fortune to begin. You just need discipline. You need the habit. Set a schedule. Decide on an amount. Stick with it every month, no matter what. Even if the market goes up, even if it goes down, stay the course. Because long-term wealth is built through consistency, not reaction. When you invest regularly, you take emotions out of the equation. You stop trying to time the market. You stop chasing trends. You focus on the big picture, and that's where wealth is created. Imagine looking back in 10 years, seeing how far your money has grown. Not because you were lucky, but because you were consistent. It's not about how much you start with. It's about starting and continuing. One small investment today can become something massive tomorrow. Not because you did something flashy, but because you trusted the process. So don't wait, don't overthink, don't let fear keep you stuck. Start small, start now, and keep going. Let time and consistency do the heavy lifting, because when you invest consistently, you're not just building wealth, you're building freedom, security, and a future you can be proud of. Number 6, increase your income. Don't just rely on cutting expenses. Don't only focus on saving money. At some point, you have to grow the top line. You need more coming in, more opportunities, more options, and that means learning how to earn more. You don't have to quit your job. You don't have to take massive risks, but you do have to open your mind to new streams, new skills, new ideas. Start simple. What can you do on the side? What small skill could you turn into income? Maybe it's freelancing. Maybe it's driving. Maybe it's creating digital products, selling your knowledge, sharing your creativity. We live in a time where you can turn almost anything into income. If you're willing to learn, if you're willing to show up consistently. Think about what people ask you for. Think about what problems you can solve. That's where opportunity lives. Side hustles don't need to replace your full-time income, not right away. They just need to start. They just need to exist. Because with every new dollar you earn, you're expanding your freedom. You're creating breathing room. You're giving yourself more control. Now think long-term. Can you level up your current role? Can you learn a new skill that unlocks a better-paying job? Can you take a course, earn a certificate, or get experience that makes you more valuable? Don't settle for where you are. Grow, stretch, advance. Every skill you gain, every door you open, becomes part of your toolkit. And the more tools you have, the more problems you can solve. And the more problems you can solve, the more people will pay you. That's the equation. The goal isn't to chase money blindly, but to expand your capacity to earn, to create, to serve. Don't depend on one single source of income. That's fragile, that's risky. Diversify. Maybe your job pays you, but your side hustle gives you freedom. Maybe your skills give you consulting options, or your creativity leads to passive income. Keep stacking, keep building. Multiple streams mean multiple layers of protection, and with that protection comes peace of mind. The world is changing fast. Technology is evolving. Opportunities come and go. But if you commit to learning, to growing, to creating value, you'll always have a way. You'll always find a path. So ask yourself, where can I start? What skill can I grow? What income can I create outside of what I already have? Don't wait for perfect. Don't wait for permission. Start small. Test, try, build. And over time, you'll watch your income rise, not just because of luck, but because you decided to take control. You increased your value, you created new options, you earned your power. And now, you're not just surviving, you're building, you're expanding, you're free. Number 7, automate your savings. Automate your investments. Make it effortless. Make it automatic. So you don't have to think about it, so you don't have to rely on willpower alone. Because, let's be honest, we forget, we make excuses, we mean well, but life gets in the way. That's why automation is so powerful. It takes the decision out of your hands and makes it a system. When money comes in, a portion should leave automatically, straight into your savings, straight into your investments. Before you even see it, before you get tempted to spend it, pay yourself first, not last. Not if something's left over. Make it the first thing that happens. Every time you get paid. It doesn't have to be a lot. It just has to be automatic, because consistency beats intensity. Think about how much time we spend worrying about money, and how much stress we could avoid just by setting a few rules in place. Set up a transfer from your checking to your savings. Set up a recurring investment into a retirement account or an index fund. Make it weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever fits your rhythm. Just make sure it happens on its own. When you automate, you protect yourself from your own hesitation. You protect your goals from your moods, from your spending impulses, from life's distractions. Because the truth is, most people don't fail at saving because they don't care. They fail because they try to do it manually. They try to remember. They try to do it when they feel like it. But wealth doesn't grow through feelings. It grows through systems. Automation is the system. It removes friction. It removes the decision. And that's where the magic is. You don't have to fight with yourself. You don't have to wait for motivation. You don't have to decide every single month. It just happens. And over time, your savings account grows, your investments compound, and you barely even notice. That's the power of quiet wealth. It builds while you sleep. It builds while you work. It builds in the background. And one day you'll look back and be shocked by what you've built. Not from huge dramatic moves, but from small, consistent, automated action. So don't overthink it. Start with what you can. Even if it's $10 a week, even if it's just a tiny step, make it automatic. Set it once. Then forget it. Let it run. Let it build. Because the less you have to manage, the more likely you are to succeed. Automation is your financial autopilot. And when you trust it, you take back your energy, you take back your time, you remove one more barrier between you and the life you want. So don't wait. Set it up today and let your future grow on its own. Changes. And avoid lifestyle inflation. It's one of the quiet traps that catches so many people off guard. You work hard, you earn more, you get a raise, a new job, a higher income, and it feels good, it should. You've earned it. But here's where most people go wrong. As their income grows, their lifestyle grows with it, sometimes faster. They move to a bigger apartment, they buy the nicer car, they eat out more, shop more, spend more. And before they know it, they're still living paycheck to paycheck, even though they're earning double or triple what they used to. Number 8, avoid lifestyle inflation. It's when your expenses quietly rise to match your income, and you feel like you're making progress, but you're not. Because your savings haven't grown, your investments haven't grown, only your spending has. More money came in, but none of it stayed. Don't let that be your story. When your income increases, pause. Take a breath and make a conscious decision. What percentage of that new money will you keep? Not spend. Keep. Can you save half, invest half? Use the increase to build wealth, not just buy more stuff. Because here's the truth, you don't have to upgrade everything. You don't have to live at the edge of your means just because you can afford it. Freedom feels better than luxury. Peace feels better than pressure. And having money in the bank feels better than impressing people who aren't even watching. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy life. It doesn't mean you can't celebrate your success. It means you do it wisely, intentionally, without letting your lifestyle swallow your progress. Because if every raise leads to a new bill, then you're not moving forward, you're running in place. The goal is growth, not just in income, but in net worth, in savings, in investments, in freedom. So when more money comes in, don't rush to upgrade. Wait, hold steady and ask yourself, what do I actually need? What will actually bring me peace? What can I set aside so future me is taken care of? That's the mindset shift. That's how you build lasting wealth. Not by earning more and spending more, but by earning more and keeping more. Let the gap between what you earn and what you spend grow wider. That gap is your power. That gap is your opportunity. And the wider it gets, the more freedom you create. So when the money comes in, be wise, be calm, be focused. Use the increase to invest, to save, to create options for the future. Because true wealth isn't about what you can buy. It's about what you can walk away from, what you don't have to do, what you're free to choose. Avoid lifestyle inflation, and you'll find that the more you earn, the less pressure you feel. The more you grow, the stronger your foundation becomes. That's how wealth is built. Quietly, intentionally, one decision at a time. Number 9. Set clear financial goals. Because if you don't know where you're going, you'll drift, you'll react, you'll stay busy, but not necessarily move forward. What does financial independence mean to you? Really think about that. Is it retiring early, owning your dream home, living debt-free, traveling the world, providing for your family, starting your own business? There's no right or wrong answer, but you need your answer. You need clarity. Without clear goals, it's easy to lose focus, easy to waste money, easy to follow someone else's plan instead of creating your own. But when you have a goal, you have direction, you have purpose, you have something to aim for, and that changes everything. Don't just say, I want to be rich. Say, I want to have $100,000 invested by age 40. I want to pay off all my debt within 3 years. I want to save enough for a down payment by next summer. I want to generate $1,000 a month in passive income within 18 months. Make your goals smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, specific, so you know exactly what you're working toward, measurable so you can track your progress, achievable so it stays realistic, relevant so it aligns with your values and priorities, time-bound so you have a deadline that keeps you moving. Because when a goal is vague, it's easy to ignore, but when it's clear, you see it, you feel it, you chase it. Write your goals down, put them where you can see them, review them often, let them guide your financial decisions. When you're tempted to spend impulsively, remember your goal. When you're thinking about quitting your side hustle, remember your goal. When you're tired of budgeting, remember your goal. A strong why keeps you anchored. It reminds you that this isn't just about numbers. It's about your future, your freedom, your peace of mind. Goals give your effort a reason. They give your discipline a reward. They turn today's small actions into tomorrow's big wins. So dream big, but plan small. Break your big goals down into monthly steps, weekly steps, daily habits. Every dollar saved, every payment made, every investment is a brick in the foundation of the life you're building. Financial independence doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. It happens when you know what you want and make a plan to go get it. So ask yourself now, what do I want my money to do for me? What does success look like in my life, not someone else's life, mine? Then write it down. Define it, break it down, and go after it. Because when you set clear financial goals, you stop drifting, you start building, and step by step, you move from where you are. Number 10, every $1 matters. Here's why. It's not about how much you have. It's about what you do with what you have. Every dollar you earn, every dollar you save, every dollar you invest, it's not just currency, it's potential. Most people overlook the small things, thinking they don't matter. But success is built in the small. Discipline is built in the small. Wealth is built $1 at a time. $1 might not change your life today, but the habit of respecting that dollar, that can. That's where confidence grows. That's where responsibility begins. That's where freedom starts. Because if you can manage $1 wisely, you're training yourself to manage 100, 1,000, or even 1,000,000. It's not about the amount, it's about the mindset. Every dollar is a vote for your future. Every dollar you waste says, I don't believe in what's possible. Every dollar you invest says, I'm building something greater. So don't say, it's just a dollar. Say, this is the foundation of something bigger. Because how you treat the small things determines how you'll handle the big ones. Respect every dollar. Save it. Invest it. Use it with purpose. Because every $1 matters. Number 11. Educate yourself about money. Because the truth is, what you don't know can cost you. And what you do know can change your life. Money touches every part of your future, every goal, every dream, every decision. Yet most of us were never taught how it really works. Not in school, not at home. We were left to figure it out on our own. But here's the good news. You can learn. And you don't need a degree to become financially smart. You just need curiosity, consistency, and the decision to start. Read books, not just once, but regularly. Make financial reading part of your routine. Start with one simple book, something clear, something practical. Books teach you how to budget, how to invest, how to grow, how to protect what you've built. Then, follow finance channels. Find voices you trust, people who explain things in a way you understand. Watch their videos, listen to their podcasts, absorb the mindset, learn the language, understand the patterns. Because the more you hear it, the more it sticks. The more you practice it, the more confident you become. Sign up for an online course. Some are free, some are paid. Either way, they can give you structure, guidance, and focus. Don't worry if it feels confusing at first. That's normal. Every skill feels that way in the beginning. Just keep going. Keep showing up. Start with the basics. What is interest? How does credit work? What's a mutual fund? What's compound growth? Then build from there. What's a 401k? An index fund? A Roth IRA? How does inflation affect your savings? Little by little, you'll start connecting the dots, and soon you'll see money differently. You'll feel more in control, more informed, more prepared. You'll stop being intimidated by financial decisions and start making them with clarity. Because financial literacy gives you power. It helps you avoid mistakes. It helps you spot opportunities. It helps you protect your time and your future. The better you understand money, the less it controls you, and the more you can use it to create the life you actually want. So don't leave it to chance. Don't assume things will work themselves out. Be intentional. Be proactive. You don't have to become a financial expert. You just need to become your expert. Understand your income, your spending, your options. Because once you understand how money moves, you can guide it, you can direct it, you can multiply it. So make learning about money a lifelong habit. Just 10 minutes a day, just one new idea a week. It adds up. Over time, you'll look back and realize you didn't just learn about money, you transformed your entire life. In conclusion, everything changes when you decide to take control of your money. Not just for the numbers, not just for the bank account, but for the life it gives you. The peace, the freedom, the confidence. It starts with simple steps. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be intentional. Start investing early, even if it's just a small amount. Let time and consistency work for you. Let compound interest build what you can't yet see. Because every seed you plant today becomes the future you've dreamed of. Find ways to increase your income. Not just by working harder, but by working smarter. Use your skills, explore side hustles, learn something new that opens doors. The more you earn, the more you can build. Then, automate it. Automate your savings. Automate your investments. Let systems protect you from inconsistency. Take the guesswork out. Make wealth building your default setting. As you grow, don't let lifestyle inflation steal your progress. Just because you can spend more doesn't mean you should. True wealth is quiet. It doesn't need to prove anything. When money increases, let your freedom increase with it. Not your stress, not your monthly payments, not your pressure to keep up. Set clear financial goals. Define what freedom means to you. Retirement, travel, security, generational wealth. Whatever your dream is, make it real. Make it specific. Give it a timeline. Then build toward it, step by step. And keep learning, always. Read, listen, watch, ask questions, take courses. Because the more you understand money, the better decisions you'll make, the more confident you'll become. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being prepared, it's about being present. And it's about taking ownership of the one thing that affects every part of your life, your finances. Money is not the goal, freedom is, options are, peace is, the ability to say no or yes, because you're not trapped. That's the power of smart habits. That's the result of consistency over time. So start today, start small, and just keep going. Your future is being built, right now. One choice at a time, one habit at a time, $1 at a time, and years from now, you'll thank yourself for the steps you took when no one was watching, when no one understood, when it would have been easier to quit. You'll look around and realize you built this with discipline, with vision, with action. Not overnight, but day by day. That's real wealth, that's true power, and that is in your hands.